Next game though, we
Tough
got
one.
Jets versus the Bills.
Tough one.
AFC East fight, rematch of 5 weeks ago where the Jets came out on top 2017. And this Jets team, I said it last week and they almost, snuck away with a victory over the Vikings.
Ugh.
But they're a defense built for fights like these, offenses that are pass heavy, that, you don't need to run. You get just enough pass rush to create a commotion, and then all you need is your offense to put up some points, and that defense can keep you in it. It's kind of it's more like the Belichick system. Like the defense will keep you in it. You just need your offense to do something. Most teams are, hey, the offense will score points. Defense just don't let up touchdowns.
What's the line on it, Brady?
You think KC, you think Bill, the Bills team, you think the Bengals, stuff like that. But but you're asking the line. Buffalo's a 9.5-point favorite.
Yeah, that's what I
huge.
say. I don't like that.
No,
I thought it was up there. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, but safe pick is the Bills. They're coming off extra time because they played last Thursday against the New England. Adding into that is that you get another week of Mike White, so there's more film on him. Buffalo gets to take the advantage of that because Mike White's last game last season, when he filled in for 4.5 games, his final game was against Buffalo and he threw 4 interceptions on them. So
Didn't know that.
I see that going in that stat way again. I think the Bills, they have the Jets number, so it's similar to New England. I know the Jets beat them earlier this year, but the Bills are a tough team and they're getting healthy again. So I like the Bills.
What a take! What a take! That was solid, Brady.
Sure.
Where you at
for
on
sure.
your Charlie?
I agree. I think the 9.5 is a little much,
A little deep.
but to me, it feels like the Jets have been like 3 or 4 different teams all in the same season. I mean, you had the Joe Flacco coming out to start the season where they were a little dink and dunk operation, and the defense, hadn't come together. And then you had the Zach Wilson era there for the mid part of the season where the defense gelled, but the offense was just predicated on Brees Hall for a while, and that was working enough to get them, some dubs and get the mojo working. And then you slide in Mike White, and it's almost a more dynamic passing offense now, with the defense playing at a pretty elite level. So the Jets are a tough one to peg. I agree with you. I think Mike White and the turnovers is going to be the difference ultimately in this game. And I like what I've seen out of Buffalo here the past 3 weeks. They're averaging 150 yards on the ground, and that's not a lot of Josh Allen running the ball either. It's been running backs, specifically bringing in James Cook and letting him
Yep.
kind of take more of the
Finally
lead
getting it done.
here the past couple of weeks, which he's a lot more dynamic than Singletary. So I'm glad to see that. I think it just makes Buffalo even that much stronger. They look like they're aggressively getting healthier on defense too. Even minus Von Miller last week, that D line was getting after him, and that was Gregory Rousseau coming off the bad ankle and all that good stuff. So I think it's Buffalo. I think there's a lot of points in this game for some reason, but I think turnovers killed the Jets at the end. How about you, Ed?
Yeah, I think so. I think I got to go Buffalo here. Robert Saleh coming out and saying that they're not going to go with Zach Wilson, that they're going to ride Mike White until the wheels fall off, and they're trying to make the playoffs. I think maybe potentially may have boosted his confidence, knowing that as long as you do well, we're riding with you. Like, you're the guy.
He is doing well.
Maybe that helps out, in this situation. But I just think that the situation between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills, and this being a divisional game and how important this game is for both teams. This is still important for both teams.
That's huge.
Buffalo needs this win just as much as the New York Jets do. Buffalo's trying to stay on top above Miami. They're not trying to, sink down. And New York's trying to get over Miami. They're trying to jump spots. Everybody's trying to, these crabs trying to get out the bucket here. But I got to go Buffalo Bills. And besides, you take the Jets right now, you're talking sweep. the Buffalo Bills team that's just playing real good, I don't know if they're going to sweep them.
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, it's possible. It's very possible. You know, I mean, Mike White that comes out and doesn't turn the ball over. Now you're talking about they beat Minnesota and you're thinking about picking them over Buffalo to begin with. But they don't, and he throws 2. But the game was close, and they came back in that game. That defense, that defense played well, man. I mean, it was a good game. That was definitely a fun game to watch for sure. But I got to go Jets here, man. I mean, Buffalo. My bad, Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo.
I want to go Jets just because of what Brady's saying about the defense, man. They're playing. The defense is playing, but it's just what you're gonna get with the offense. You got to keep up with the Bills, you know. Yeah. And I'm surprised that they came back on Minnesota, but
yeah. But and then adding in with what Charlie said, like the run game for the Bills has been improving, and then I said it was going to take a big run game from the Vikings to win that game, and it did. You know, Dalvin Cook and Madison had a touchdown, and so like it worked out in their favor heavily. So
Madison walked right in.
Yeah, use those running backs.
What else you got on this, Nick?
No, you guys are good. Some great points being made, so it's all good.
I know you've been on the Jets a lot this season, and I think you took the Jets over the Bills earlier in the year too.
I
So.
did. I also took them over the Vikings this past week too, and they had 2 opportunities to do so. But I'm going Buffalo this time. I like what Eddie said about the sweep. It's a tough team to sweep in this league, especially in that division.
Yeah. It'll really play into effect when end of the year tiebreakers and stuff like that, because that'll put Buffalo put Buffalo in a wild card position and not the number 2, 3 seed, whatever. So it'll be much easier for them.
For sure.
Buffalo's 4th in takeaways this year too. And the big discrepancy that I found when I was looking a little deeper in this one was Buffalo's 3rd down conversion percentage. They ranked 1st in the NFL. And then I went to go find the Jets, and I kept on looking to find the Jets, and I kept on scrolling, and I had to get all the way to the bottom to 29th before I found them. So there's a big discrepancy on keeping the ball moving and keeping possession. So that is another big thing I think that couples in with the Bills running the ball as well as they are now too. We all know what they are capable of through the air with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and Gabe and all the weapons they got there. But
I know we love the numbers. I know we love the numbers, but we shouldn't get caught up in the numbers. We shouldn't get caught up too much in the numbers, because I did against the Eagles and Texans, and look what happened to me. So I don't want to get caught up in the numbers too much. The numbers are pretty. They're cool. I like them.
2 games